Hello out there, welcome once more to my channel. My name is Felix I.C. Igibo. I'm a journalist, an author, and a preacher of God's word. If this is the first time you are watching my channel, please like, subscribe, share, make comments under the video. If you have anything to say about what I'm treating today, please feel free to make comments. Your sharing will help my videos to go, spread more. And then subscribing also will help the algorithm of YouTube to push the videos to many people so that many people can see my videos. So I appreciate if you do that. Now, thank you. Now, I'm talking today on why revolution is not possible in Nigeria. In my end time series, it will look as if this is off topic, but it is not, because we know very well that we are in the end time, we are in the last days. And in these last days, a lot of things are bound to happen. So I'm going to be talking on why revolution is not possible in Nigeria, either now or at any time in the near or far future. And why do I say revolution is not possible in Nigeria? Now, before I go into that, let me quickly talk about those who have been asking for a revolution. I think so, the person championing it today, although I'm sure he's not talking about revolution as in revolution or the physical revolution of changing of a government and all that, and sacking the democratically elected officials of government, and replacing the government with a set of other people, like happened in Nepal recently. And a lot of people online that were talking of revolution in Nigeria, Nigeria's in Nepal, Nigeria's Nepal, and all that. I do not believe Nigerians are ready for that. And that is why I'm going to be calling out Omoyele Sowore in this video, a colleague of mine. He has been an outspoken voice when it comes to the issue of revolution. But the kind of revolution Sowore is talking about is not the physical takeover of government or change of government and all that. He's talking of revolution in sense of change. Let's change the way we do things, the way things are done. The people that he believes are not running the affairs of government properly. His thinking is those people should be sacked, and that is through an election, through a democratic process, not the type that some people are thinking. Some people think Omoyele Sowore is trying to commit high treason by advocating that the government in place should be sacked or something like that. I think that's also a lot of people think it means, although I'm sure he has been explaining what it truly means by his own kind of revolution, not the other type that happens in places where the leaders of the nation are sacked and replaced with the revolutionaries. So, but he is not in that, he's not talking about that. But whether that revolution to sack the government or a revolution of ideas, why it is not possible in Nigeria now, that's what I'm talking about. And like I said, I'm trying to bring it now into what I'm talking about, into the end time affairs I'm talking about, the end time matters I'm treating on this channel. I'm talking because I'm running an end time series. And in my end time series, I'm trying to also look at the issue of why a revolution is not possible in this end time, in Nigeria in particular. Why? Because I have also been talking about a kind of revolution. But the kind of revolution I'm talking about is a revolution, spiritual kind of revolution, not the physical revolution, spiritual revolution, so that people will do what? Change the way they do their reasoning and all that. And my own belief is that people cannot really change themselves. They cannot really change their beliefs or their set of beliefs and their kind of life that they are believing. People cannot actually change their conduct and characters and all that. My belief is that kind of revolution I am preaching, I'm advocating, is for the revolution of Jesus Christ, that Jesus will come into the lives of men and change and transform men genuinely. Because everything about this world is about positive and negative, right and wrong. And some people will say I'm being philosophical. Yes, I'm being philosophical. At the same time, it is what the Bible is all about, right and wrong, truth and falsehood, light and darkness, everything about nature. I've said it in my videos and I keep on repeating it. Everything in nature, everything is in positives and negatives, light and darkness, good and evil, truth and falsehood. Everything is divided into those two. In one of my videos, I talked on Charlie Kirk, and I was talking about people now trying to change the dynamics. They want to erase or wipe out or blow out that clear line of distinction between right and wrong, truth and falsehood, between light and darkness and all that. They are even trying to change take away that distinction between a man and a woman, a male and a female. They want to take it out. That is why you are seeing them doing what they are doing, and some people are talking of themselves becoming a man now says he wants to be a woman, and the woman now says she wants to be a man, and all that. And then there are some people are advocating in America that they should allow it. It's normal, it's proper. Anybody can become whatever they want to be, and all that. These are all the signs of the last days. We are in the last time, and you are going to see this kind of behaviors everywhere. And like I said, anything that happens in America, has a way of taking root all over the world. I don't know. One way or the other, America is playing a major role in this last time. Anything that happens in America has a way of resonating all over the world and being implemented all over the world. And we all know how Barack Obama, how he also tried to force African nations, to follow that kind of a system, blow out the clear line of distinction between the man and the woman and all that. And said that these people, they've been doing all this. And then, like I said, these are all signs of the last days, so that we know that we are in the last days. These are the last days. That is what I'm advocating. That's what I'm trying to talk to my hearers, so that you know that these indeed are the last days. Now, coming back to what I'm trying to say concerning Nigeria, why a revolution is not possible in Nigeria, either now or at any time in the future, in the near future, maybe in the far future, maybe, I don't know. But now or in the near future, I don't see it happening, because we practice a system here. And it's not just politicians. That system is practiced by even pastors and preachers. It is practiced by almost everyone in Nigeria. The man on the street, business people, whether the biggest of businesses and the smallest of businesses, everybody practices it. And you are talking of preachers, you are talking of pastors, the big pastors of large churches, and then you have the smaller pastors. You have the mid-class pastors, and then the smaller pastors, like myself. I'm not considered a big pastor because I don't own a church. The Lord did not permit me to own a church or to start a church. If I would have started, I should have started in the late 80s. That was when the power of God started to move in my life and through my life. And I've given testimony of myself. I just resisted giving testimonies of those that God has used me to touch and to heal and all that. Within my family, my immediate family and all that, God has used me tremendously. And I don't just want to go into all that. So for now, maybe some other time I may go into all that. So, but I'm talking of a revolution in Nigeria. Is it possible? Whether revolution of ideas, revolution in our way of doing things, in our thinking, in our idea, in our way of conducting elections, or for the voters to have a new way of doing things. Now listen to me. Why I say revolution is not possible in Nigeria now is because we do not practice the Commonwealth here. People don't believe in the Commonwealth. People believe in personal wealth. Nigerians believe in personal wealth. That is why you see that, like I said, churches, whether the Christian church, the Muslims, traditional religious believers and all that, all Nigerians in general do not believe in the Commonwealth. Everybody, that's why you see the youth, the adult, the elderly people, the men, everybody believes in personal wealth. They believe only in personal wealth. They don't believe in the Commonwealth. That is the major problem we are facing in Nigeria today. Now, Christianity actually preaches the Commonwealth. That is why you have the believers in the Acts of the Apostles. That is after Jesus Christ had left. What did they do? They practiced a kind of socialism. In fact, democracy also, you find it there. Started right there, because they cast lots. After Judas Iscariot, after he betrayed Jesus and took his own life, what happened? They cast lots, that is ballots. They cast lots to, elect a new apostle, one of the 12, to elect a person to fill the place, which had been prophesied, of course, in the Old Testament, to fill the place that Judas left vacant. So they had to elect someone to do that. So if you see that, you understand that that is a kind of democracy. And then all the believers had, at that beginning, at that starting point, they shared as every man had need. They shared. So you see a kind of socialism there. They shared as every man had need. So you can see democracy there. You can also find a socialism there. So, and that is one of the things that some people are now saying that they want to practice in America. They want but this is not the kind of socialism. This one is a spiritual kind of socialism, not the type that they are trying to implement. Now, the Nigerian church and the Nigerian Christians. Nigerian church does not believe the The Nigerian Christian, the Nigerian church does not believe in this kind of revolution. They do not believe in the commonwealth. They believe in the personal wealth. They believe that wealth should be personal. That is the church as a body. And then you are talking of the pastors that superintend over churches, ministers, preachers that superintend over churches. They don't also believe in the commonwealth. I assure you, they don't believe in the commonwealth. Or they may be preaching and all doing all what they are doing, but they don't believe in the commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. That is why you are seeing pastors talking of building mansions for their children, building edifices and all that for themselves and for their children. And they are talking of owning properties all over the world. A pastor said there is no country in this world that he does not have properties. That he has properties in every nation of this earth. That he cannot remember, he cannot think of a nation where he does not have properties. And he's saying that one, openly, with his chest raised and saying, yes, he has properties all over the world. To him, he thinks that is riches. To him, meanwhile, he knows very well that in this world, we have no continuity. He knows very well that in this world, his body will eventually degrade, and then his body will eventually die off. He knows. But yet, he keeps on amassing wealth all over the world. Another pastor said that his 10th generation cannot finish his wealth. That his wealth is so gargantuan. His wealth is so much that the 10th generation, his 10th generation of his children cannot finish his wealth. The wealth he has amassed and stored. Does that kind of a person, does he believe in the commonwealth? Does he believe in the commonwealth of everyone having something? He doesn't believe in all that. That is why their members, they go through so much stress. The members will go through so much challenges. They will not share according as to what they saw in the Bible. They will not. They rather will amass the wealth for themselves. That's why a pastor, you can hear of a pastor, another pastor who said, it's the money of the church. It's his money. He refers to the money as his money. If I want my money, give me my money. Return my money to me. The money of the church. The church is supposed to be all the believers. It's supposed to belong to everybody. But to him, it belongs to him. So that is why he can use it to do whatever he likes. He can use it to buy any kind of car, any type of car he wants to buy, any type of private jet he likes, anything he wants to do with the money, build whatever he wants to build, because he believes the money belongs to him as the founder or the general overseer of the church. The money belongs to him. He can do whatever he likes with the money. So that's why I said these people do not believe in the commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. That is why Nigerians, and apart from that, how about the politicians? They believe in the personal wealth. They don't believe in the commonwealth. Politicians don't believe that wealth is supposed to be for everyone. It's their own personal wealth. So they will go there to amass wealth. They go there to gather for themselves and their family. So, and then anything they do in office, whatever they do, they try to make sure that it is for their own interest. It is in their own interest. They do things in their own interest. That is why they say that interest, whether self-interest is permanent. Friendship is there's no permanent enemy in politics. So I know these people very well. Now, come to the common man on the street. The same thing. They do not believe in the commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. That is why during elections, you want to go and meet these people to talk to them. I'm talking to Omoyele Sowore. You want to go to these people and talk to them and try to reason with them. They will listen to you. Online, they will hear you. They will listen to you. But when it gets to do, like we say here in Nigeria, when it comes to, when push comes to shove, then you will now know that you don't have followers. Now all of them are flocking after you. Oh yes, they want revolution now. I'm assuring you, during the next election, why do I say they don't believe in the commonwealth? They don't believe in the commonwealth. If they believe in the commonwealth, they will not take all those things that politicians are offering them. And the politicians, they offer them everything. They will give them the money. They will give them everything they need. They will deceive them with everything they can deceive them with. And they will accept. Why? Because they do not believe in the commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. Wealth is supposed to be what they can get out of it. Their own personal interest. What can they get out of this? If you are coming to tell them this, or you are coming to whatever you are preaching, you are only preaching ideologies. And these people, they don't believe in ideologies. All they believe in, what can they get now, physically? What can you give me now? What is so when all those politicians go to them and share rice and share gari and derica of rice, derica, for those who are not my viewers who are not Nigerians, derica is a kind of a measurement. And so they say, with this big tomato paste container. So they come and they say, share derica of rice, share beans, share this one, share that one. They package them in bits. And the people, they can die for that. They can kill themselves over that. And then they share small amounts of money, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, and people, they can run mad because of that. So when you now tell them, and they know how to do it. They know how to. I'm a journalist. We cover all these things. We have seen them doing it. So it's very, very difficult for you to win an election through your revolution now thing, except you first of all reorientate the people. That is what you should have been doing. That's what you should be doing. You try to reorientate the people. Just moving and saying revolution and revolution will not solve the problem. The people do not believe in the commonwealth. You believe in the commonwealth. You are looking at what, okay, how it, whatever you are doing now, your intervention, how it will save Nigeria. That's what they are looking. But they do not believe that's what you are after. They believe you are after money. They believe you are after your personal wealth. They believe that you are after what you can gain out of it. Because this is the general belief of Nigerians. Everybody's looking out for his own. Everybody's looking out for his own interest. Everybody's looking out of what he can get out of the system. Everybody's looking for what he can gain. And it's a pity that even pastors and preachers are also in this. That is why you see them frolicking with politicians. That's why you see them trying to rub shoulders with politicians, trying to go and pay them visit and all that so that they can get something out of the system. They are after personal wealth. Only few pastors will not do what I'm telling you. Will not go to the politicians and frolic with them and try to get things out of them. Only few, very, very minimal few, will say they will not go to them to also see what they can get out of the system. The majority of pastors and preachers will go after them, will try to get whatever they can get from them. And so with the Muslims too, the sheikhs and the emirs and their religious leaders, they also do whatever they can do to frolic with politicians. And so, and why? Because they're after their personal wealth, they're after their personal interest. Nigerians generally, they are after their personal wealth. They are not after the commonwealth. That is why it is very, very difficult for any revolution, any kind of revolution, whether of ideas, whether of whatever, to work. It will not work in Nigeria. Because Nigerians are not after the commonwealth. They are not after the common interest. They are after their personal wealth, their personal interest. That's what Nigerians are after. Until there is a reorientation of Nigerians, or Nigerians decide to change by themselves. That look, this personal thing is not going to help us. We have to look out for the commonwealth. Now, when you talk of outside Nigeria, the Western world especially, when you talk about the Western world, do they go after? No, they are always after the commonwealth. They are looking for what will benefit everyone generally. Now, Nigerians, as educated as we are, Nigerians are well educated, and Nigerians are very, very intelligent. I'm not talking of maybe intelligence acquired from education. I'm talking of natural intelligence. Nigerians are very, very intelligent people. Yes. And when you talk even of education, they are very, very intelligent. But because of that personal wealth, they can't run anything well. Look at ShopRite, that place that we all go for, to shop and feel as if to also feel as if we are outside there and all that. While we are here, go to the shop right now. They immediately handed it over to Nigerians because this is all the ShopRites all over the country now. They have problems. Why? Because Nigerians are not handling them. They are thinking of them. What can they get? How can they use the biggest of cars? How can they get this? How can they get that? What that one? This one wants to get a big cut. The other one to get a big cut. The other one is talking of where's my cut. That is Nigeria for you. The same thing they do with the government. Somebody gets into the position of a governor, and before you know what's happening, all the hawks are on him. Hey, give me this one. Hey, give me that one. Hey, what is my cut? Hey, what's the cut of my own? This is what they run the government. Somebody gets to the position of the president, wins the presidency. And before you know what's happening, all the hawks are on him. All the businessmen hawks who donated money to his campaign, billions in billions, they are all on him. Hey, what can I get? Hey, do this for me. Hey, give me this waiver. Hey, give me that one. And they are all after their personal wealth. They are not after the commonwealth. Nigeria has the potential to be one of the biggest, one of the best countries in the world, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. But because of this personal wealth thing, that is what is causing all the problem. This personal wealth thing is causing big problem for us. We are not after the commonwealth. We are after personal wealth. Somebody preaching like me now, someone will come and say, oh, this man has not seen money. He's preaching this way because he has not seen money. If he sees money, hey, look at him. He doesn't have money. That's why he's talking this way. Immediately he has money now. Oh, is he not a Nigerian? Doesn't he have the Nigerian blood in him? But some of us who have almost tipped over, who have almost crossed over, we know better. So I say, though, if you have not been at the point of death before, you have not gone to that point of dying before, you will not understand what I'm saying. You will not understand. It is only when you get to that point, then you will know that everything in this world is vanity upon vanity. When you will lose interest in everything physical. You will lose interest in women. You lose interest in money. You lose interest in food. You lose interest in everything. In fact, the only thing that is just in your mind is to cross over and go, so that you can have some to have peace and rest. It's only when you get to that point, and one way or the other, the Lord God in mercy brings you back, that you will understand better. But for now, Nigerians don't care. Nigerians are only after their personal wealth. Go to the streets. The people, the men and women on the street, they are after their personal wealth. They are after what they can get out of the system. They are after what you can give them. That is why during election is coming in 2027 in Nigeria. And there will also be some elections before then. What do you think the people are after? You think these people are after the Nigerians that you go and meet or go and meet to talk to? You think they're after the Commonwealth? No matter what you tell them, no matter how you try to convince them, they are after their personal wealth, what they can get out of the system. Personal wealth. What can I get? What can be my own? How can I get? What are you giving me? What are you offering me? What are you giving me now? That is why politicians can send their agents to the polling stations, polling booths, and station them somewhere and tell them, ask someone to stay near them, vote, and come and collect 500 naira. Vote, come and collect 1,000 or 500 naira. We see all these things. I'm a journalist in Lagos here. I'm embedded with, with INEC. So I'm in every election for many years now. I've always been an INEC accredited journalist. So I have my accreditation tag, and I go around and I see what is going on. Now, Nigerians, apart from that, Nigerians are some of the worst pessimists in the world. They are sycophants and they are pessimists. A lot of Nigerians out there. That is why, I'm not talking about light and darkness. Without people coming to the light of God, how are you going to do it? Nigerians are pessimists. Nigerians are sycophants. Now, why do I say that? Go to the comment sections of most posts. Go and see what Nigerians are saying in comment sections. What are they saying? In comment sections, you see the way, if you come up with an idea, they will abuse you, they will take you down. It has happened to me. I'm not telling you what, it has happened to me. 2013, I had an issue with Chief Edwin Clark. I think I'm going to pin the post that I did on with Sarah Reporters on Sarah Reporters TV. I'll put the post under this video. The link, sorry. I'll put the link under this video. What happened? I went to meet the late Chief Edwin Clark in Abuja. Asokoro is residence in Abuja. I think Nessie Mandela Street, around Nessie Mandela Street, Abuja. I went to meet him there. And so because I was directed to actually meet him, I handed over the document to him. If you watch the video that I'm going to post under this, post the link under this video, you will see. I gave it to him. The man collected it from me. Asked me who is my dad, and immediately learned that my daddy was not my father. My late dad was not a significant figure in Nigeria. He took it from me because after his personal wealth, he took it and took it to the ideas I espoused in that document. He took it to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and then before you know what's happening, 2014. He accepted from. He told me that what I told him, because he asked me how do I think it can be implemented successfully without it being sovereign. I explained everything to him. He told me this is an excellent idea. That is what I've been looking for. He told me with his mouth, this is what we have been looking for. I cried out then. He told me that if I talk too much, he will get his lawyers. They will get me. They will take me to court. They will do this and that. Of course, I spoke out. I wrote, I spoke, I did everything. I couldn't fight the man because he was with the president. Anyway, today he's gone, and that is it's already a story. But go and see that Sarah Reporters video. Go and watch it and see what the comments that people were making. People were abusing me. They were insulting me. They were calling me a criminal. They were calling me a thief for coming up with an idea that somebody took from me and stole from me. They said, what am I saying? I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to do this. Because they don't believe in the commonwealth. I did that because I believe in the common good. I did that because I believe in the commonwealth. But the people don't believe. So you go and read what a lot of them were saying. 90% or going to 90% of people were talking. Very few people talked reasonably. The remaining, they were just. And then 2021, I went to Arise TV. And what was the one I did with the Lagos State government? 2008, Fashola was the governor of Lagos State. Babatunde Raji Fashola was the governor of Lagos State. He spoke to me on phone. I tried to talk to him and everything. I presented a strategy to reorientate Lagosians who are pooping on the street, pooping on the bridge, and all that, messing up the state. See how Lagos State is like a chaotic place. So I came up with an idea, and I sent it to the governor of Lagos State. He saw it. He said they should invite me. He sent it. He said he has forwarded it to the Ministry of Environment. Who was the commissioner then? Dr. Muiz Banire was the commissioner. I'm saying it loud and clear. They invited me. I have the letters. I have all the documents here. They invited me. Come and tell us how you. I went there. I explained everything. They invited me several times. At the end of the day, they said they want to give it to somebody within their somebody that is close to that, whether within their party or whatever. That when they want to do this kind of project, because it involves a lot of money, they don't normally give it to outsiders. They will give it. They will do it so that they will do it. They will give it to somebody within the polity, within their party, so that it's like a kind of a reward. And at the end of the day, nothing, not even a kobo was given to me. Not a dime was given to me. And they were not ready to give me. So I had to involve some lawyers, some big lawyers in Nigeria. So when I involved the lawyers and the governor and the people so that I was going to make trouble with them, then they stopped. They ceased. Then they stopped. They did not continue to. They did not use the project any longer. They didn't implement it for that purpose. They threw it away. This is Nigeria. They don't believe in the Commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. What they want to gain out of it. One of the one that I did in 2020, I don't want to just start going into all of them. I have come up with a lot of ideas for Nigeria. What can make us to move forward? Whether I did some with NDLEA. They also took it and started using it. We went to court. I abandoned the case in court. They were fighting me in court. NDLEA, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, how to orientate the youth in the Niger Delta. I came up with the idea. I sent it to them. They stole it. Then we went. I took them to court. They started fighting me in court until I left the matter. This is Nigeria. I have come up with a lot of ideas. They don't believe in the Commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. Everybody's thinking of what can they get out of this. When I did that in Onovo, was it a DIG then or AIG? I think it was an AIG. AIG, Assistant Inspector General of Police. Onovo. He was the one that was the NDLEA chairman back then. 1998. In fact, I started with Bamai, General Musa Bamai. I started with Musa Bamai in 98. I have come up with ideas in Nigeria. I have come up with a lot of things. They don't believe in all that. They believe it. When it came to this point, they told me one of the directors, let me not mention his name, in NDLEA, in the drug demand reduction unit, he told me that Onovo is saying what is his own in this. Because the project involved Chevron. I have the letters, I have everything here. The project involved Chevron Nigeria Limited. What did they do? All these beautiful ideas I came up with, they tried to take it from me. Then they started using it. I sued them. Before they now paid me some stipend and say, because I took them I wrote to the National Assembly, wrote to the Attorney General of the Federation, the late Bola Ige. I wrote here and there, and at the end of the day, what happened? They just paid me some money, small stipend, and that was so, just to calm me down, so that, because they want to take it. They want to steal it. They want to take it. They don't believe in the Commonwealth. They don't believe in the common good. They believe in personal wealth. Now, 2021 here, I also did one. I went to Arise TV to talk about the new Nigerian flag. I was advocating for a new Nigerian flag. That these people are agitating. There's a lot of problem with Biafra. And we can't continue like this. It's there. Google it. Put my name and Google it. Felix Igebo. Put it on your Google. You will see it. The national corporate. Google it there. You will see it there. I went to Arise. I spoke about a new Nigerian flag. What happened? The people started to vilify me. They started to cast vitriol on me online. He's a criminal. What is that what Nigeria needs now? But the present government came in. They changed the national anthem back to what it was before. Is that what Nigeria needs now? We are trying to create an environment of peace so that we can all work together. We can all be together in the common good, for the common good. Nigerians don't believe in all that. Is that what we need now? Is that what we put food on our table? Is that what we put gari on our table? Is that what we put rice and beans on our table? Is that what we need now? We don't need that one. You have to stop, forget about your national flag issue. Because I advocated. I have the documents here. I have the proposal right here. I can open my drawer now and bring all these things out. I have everything here. Is that what Nigeria needs now? Is it the national flag that we need to... I advocated, look, let all the 6 geopolitical zones add a representation in the flag. That green, white, green, peace and agriculture does not serve us anymore. Let all this, what are you bringing to the table? From the south, from the southeast, from this southwest, northeast, north central, and northwest. What are you bringing? All the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. What are you bringing to the table? Let us put what you are bringing. If your own is cattle, for example, we have a representation of that on the flag. And then I said, since the South is believing in Nigeria, in their nation being a rising sun, why don't we put that rising sun in the middle of the flag, so that all this agitation, we are not part of Nigeria, they did not recognize us, and we are not this and we are not that, we are how do the common English they use? The Nigeria does not believe, they do not recognize us, they do not take us as part of the. Almost all the 6 regions say the same thing. Almost all the 6 regions, if not all the 6 regions, marginalization. We are marginalized. They don't recognize us. We are being marginalized in Nigeria. Since that is the case, okay, let all of us have a representation in the flag that tells our history. The American flag, I spoke all those things. It's in the RISTV thing. And I have the document with me, even now. 2021, I was just recovering from my sickness when I tried to make effort to go and speak about that flag on RISTV. What did Nigerians start to say? Go and read the comments. He's a criminal. Is that what we need now? Is that what Nigeria needs now? Is that what Nigeria is after? We are talking about better things. You are talking about a flag. Is it flag? Is this? They started. I was ashamed of myself for even coming up to even say that. So what are we talking about? Nigerians do not believe in the Commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. Whether Nigerians at home or Nigerians in the diaspora, only few have been liberated from that mentality. Only few. The majority of Nigerians do not believe in the Commonwealth. They believe in personal wealth. And the only way, as far as I'm concerned, that we can come out of this rabbit hole, the only way we can come out of this is for Nigerians to choose the light. As long as Nigerians remain in this darkness that they created for themselves, I don't see us really going anywhere. So, Omo Yele Sowore, you are doing a great job. You are talking about, a revolution in Nigeria. But I assure you, when 2027 comes, you will see that what I told you now will play out again. Except Nigerians, they get a reorientation. And then they start to think and reason in the line of what? Of the Commonwealth, the common good, all of us. The Commonwealth of Nigerians, common good of Nigerians. It's only when we adopt that. That's what they adopted in Britain and in the Western world, in America, and everything. That's what they adopted. Whatever they are doing, policies that they are adopting is for the common good. They're always thinking in line of, the common good. But for us here, it's personal wealth. We are thinking of personal wealth, where we can get personal interest, not the interest of the generality of the people. May God have mercy on us. May God help you. May God help me. May God deliver our souls. May God promote Nigeria out of the darkness and promote us into His marvelous light, where Nigeria also will become a great nation in the world. Thank you for listening to me. God bless you. If you have not given your life to Christ, you are not yet a Christian, I want to appeal to you. Remaining in sin and trying to be a moral man, you can never gain access to the kingdom of God by being a moral man. You must come to the light. And who is the light? Jesus Christ is the light. And God is light. In Him is no darkness. So if you want to have a relationship with God, a genuine, true relationship with God, you have to come into the light. May God have mercy on us. In Jesus' name. Amen.